In the previous session, we learned about wires, inserting wires, different angle wires, multiple buses, wire numbers, and all. Now, in this session, we are going to learn about components. These components, how to insert components, how to tag the components, and how to do cross-referencing. Those are the main topics we are going to touch today. So first let us open a drawing. See, here is the project AutoCAD training module project manager. This is what we created in our previous session. I'm not going to rename it, or I'm not going to copy the project. I'm just keeping the project like this. I will open one sheet. Let us say E006. This is my open sheet, and the active project is this one, which is highlighted. You can see the rest all are not highlighted. This one is highlighted. That is the active project. Now I will draw a simple wire here. Fine. Now for inserting a component, you should go to this icon menu here. Here you will find many components which is readily available in the AutoCAD library, and you may not get all the components which you require. Of course, you can create your own library and you can add those into this menu. That we will touch later on. Initially, we will try to create few drawings with whatever is available within this menu. So let us say if I want to insert a push button, click here. See, within this you will get variety of buttons. Push button NO. NO means normally open. NC is normally closed. Mushroom head NC, and illuminous push button, and many. These are the indication lights. Suppose if you are putting an illuminous push button, that must be having one input, that is the PB contact, push button contact, and there is one output, that is for this light. So you can utilize both the push button and light. Let us insert a simple push button. Here you see, here in the bottom, there are options. You can put it either vertical or horizontal. Options are here. Scale schematic. If you want to scale the size, you can do it. And this option, browse. Here, if you don't have a component here and you have created your own symbols, and suppose you kept it in your separate directory, then you can browse and take the component from there as well. But anyhow, now we are utilizing only these available components. Push button. So make sure your OSNAP is off, otherwise what will happen? See, now my OSNAP is on, so it is catching the end point. So by pressing F3 you can switch off the OSNAP. Just keep the off snap off. Here in the bottom also you will get all the buttons for snap on off, F9, see, grid display, F7, F8, everything you will find here. The object snap off on, this one. Pressing this you can, now the snap is off. If I want to keep it on, I can press it. Now it is again off. Okay, in this way. So always try to keep the grid on, the snap mode on. So that will help you to move the components in a defined distance like this. See, it is jumping from one point to another. Okay, now I am inserting it here. Now you see PB1, push button number 1, that is here. Now if I want to add some descriptions like feeder start, okay, and manufacture, catalog, assembly, everything is here. In fact, you can look up the catalog. If you click here, it will take you to a catalog which is readily available within AutoCAD, and here also you can create symbols and add those symbols into this directory. That is also very much possible. There are manufacturers. In fact, in my PC I have not installed many manufacturers. While you installing AutoCAD, there is an option to select the manufacturers, so you can select as many manufacturers which you require. Unfortunately, in my PC it is not selected. I have selected only few, so it is like this. Otherwise, you will get a huge list. So I want to use this push button. Okay. Now you see here the manufacturer and the catalog number is here, and you can put the item number, count, everything. Now coming back to installation code. Again, installation code and location code helps you to create or segregate the components while making bill of materials. It is very useful, but for time being you can skip this. Pin number, again you can skip, but it is really very helpful, because what is this pin number is, physically if you check a push button you will find some numbers written on terminals where you are supposed to connect the wires. You will find some numbers 1, 2, 11, 12, 21, 22, A1, A2, in this way. So if you are sure what is the exact terminal number, you can put that too in this. Fine, I'm just picking OK. You see the push button PB1, the description is feeder start. This is how we can simply insert a component. Now if I again go back to this menu, here you will see the recently used list. You can find out here in the right side, recently used. Again, if you want to insert a push button, remember earlier the tag was PB1. Now if I try to insert a push button again in the same sheet, what will happen? Let us see. I'm going to put it here, not on a wire, or otherwise I will put it in the wire itself here. Now it is automatically picking up the sequential number, which is 2. So you can see the tag number PB2, and you can type the description again for this. And in fact, if you want the same description to copy into the, as what we have done in the first case, if you want the same description to copy into even the second one, you can pick the drawing. See, you will get whatever descriptions you have used in this sheet for a push button, you will get here. From here also I can choose, but you see this is PB1 start, feeder start. I have copied the same into second push button as well. Manufacturer, catalog, these all things also can be copied from the same drawing like this way. Okay. Installation, I told you what does it mean. Installation, location. Again, if you want, I can tell installation is nothing. It's a particular area. You can call a area as an installation. For example, there are number of panels, say 50, 60 panels in one section. You can call it lineup 1. That is your installation. And within that lineup, you have first panel, second panel. So for first panel, if I put 01TT or 01P, that is my installation. Okay, so okay, see PB2 insert, PB2 start. This is how we can insert. Now let us draw a three-phase horizontal wire. Now you see the distance, it's too big. Why? I have to check it. Now it is 10 mm. I will change it to 1 or even 0.75 will be good enough. 0.75 MD go horizontal, fine. Now I have drawn a three-phase wire in this way. Icon menu. Now I want to insert a circuit breaker. See here you can see the list. Circuit breaker I can find here. Just press the plus button here. Circuit breakers and disconnectors coming here. Again click it. Now you can see the circuit breaker list. Suppose if I want to insert an MCCB 3-pole motor circuit breaker, click it, press here. It will ask you whether you want to go up or down. Now the first pole of this component I have inserted in the topmost, so I want the rest to be towards down in this way. Here I will say motor 1 start, or say power on. Now you see, earlier while we inserting a push button, it was coming as PB. PB is the family name, and now it is CB, circuit breaker. CB is the family name and this is the sequential number. Okay, same way here also you can look up the catalog. See, these are all the catalogs available within mostly AB makes only. AB is Allen Bradley, so I am putting one in the first. The catalog number comes here, the manufacturer's name comes here. Again, installation location I can add, and this is 45 ampere. Okay, and if you want to insert one more just after inserting the first, use this option. Okay, repeat. Now if I press OK, repeat again, the first one is inserted and it is asking for where to insert the second one. There is no wire, still I will insert here. Now I have to again give the description. If you want to copy something from the existing drawing or even from the project, you have hundreds of projects, hundreds of drawings in a project. By clicking project, you can find out in which sheet it is used, which tag it is used, which description is there, what description is there, and you can select from there as well. Now I have only used one circuit breaker, motor 1, power 1. So I just copy this and I will change it to motor 2, power 1. Fine. Catalog number also I will select the first one. Okay, I just change the description, that's all. Okay, now you see it has gone like this. One pole is here, next pole is here, and third comes here. You can fix the distance between these individual poles. In the earlier case there was wires which were predefined, and in this case there was no wires, so it inserted each individual poles at different lengths, and very well we can fix this, but not now. We are going to cover those areas. Let us remove this for the time being. Now I have inserted a component, so if I want to edit this circuit breaker or current rating or even the description, I can go to edit select, here it is. Now in fact I want to add something like a what you call recoiler motor 1 brake. Instead of motor I want to add a recoiler motor 1 feedback. You can insert, edit this. Even again you can, if you want to change the catalog you can change. Okay, it is asking for updating because this description, particular description is added to the first pole which is there in the top, and you can see a dashed line connecting all the 3 poles together. By updating this, these values whatever you have changed or edited in the first pole is going to apply for the rest also. If you skip this, there will be a difference. I will show you that. Now let us say yes, update. Now it's updated. Now if I go and click the second button, second pole, here also you will see the same description, CB1, writing is same, but here you could not find the catalog number and all, because this is a part of that first parent component. Even in this case also this is same, this tag is same, description is same. Okay, here you see first pole, here is the catalog, everything. So we will put the catalog in the first pole, which is, let us assume, as a parent. Now if I insert a same component, in fact I am not going to insert it, I am going to copy component. Here you see copy component. Okay, let us first copy this. I'll pick this, I will place it here. Now PB2 has become PB3. Now feeder, instead of feeder I will put remote start. Okay, I can copy also. Now let us try to copy this copy component. What will happen? It has become CB2. Now I am editing this into recoiler motor 2. Okay, see, I could able to copy only the first. These are different parts. Now I place it here, click this option, parent, select this. Okay, now click this, parent, select this. Okay, now you see, if you go and edit, you can see this is CB2, description is motor 2. Again this is also CB2 motor 2, but the dashed line is not there. And if you want to insert the dashed line, link components with a dashed line, or select this option, pick all the 3 lines, 3 poles, it will be linked with a dashed line. In fact, I don't want this rating to be appeared in all the 3 poles. Only 1 pole will be sufficient. I mean the rating I don't want in all the poles. And you can hide these attributes, single pick, you can hide in this way. You can hide this, and if you want to move this attribute, you can move this little bit up, down, select this in this way. Actually, if you make a symbol which you require, you can define the places, the text height, everything in a fantastic way. As if, I mean, you can use all your creativity in developing a component. These are all predefined or readily available, so it may have some limitations, and in fact you can edit this. Just use these components initially to develop your own and place the text height, text style, everything as you wish, and save it as a different name and keep it in this same directory. You can reuse that. So that is very much possible. Now if I want to, I'm going to edit this component. Now if I'm going to, let us say I'm putting it to 3. Okay. This time, earlier you remember we have choose yes update. Now if I am skipping this, okay, I skip this. Now you see the first one is motor 3, CB2 motor 3. If you see the second one, here it is motor 2 only. We haven't updated this. Again this one will be motor 2. But in this case what we have done, we have updated. When we edited a component, we have used update option. So it is always necessary to do the update command while copying or editing a component. Otherwise one pole will be with a particular value and the other one with different something else. So if you extract the details into Excel or some other, and maybe if you try to put this data into the drawing, it won't match. Okay. And the next thing, don't use delete, simple delete command. By selecting this, press delete. No, that is not the way. Now you see, if you delete things like this in AutoCAD Electrical, the gap will remain there as it is. So never do that. Instead use delete component. If you use this function, what will happen? Select this, enter. See, multiple parent devices were added. Do you want to search and surf into child devices? Because it is asking, you have deleted a component. Maybe you may have used the child of this particular parent in some other sheets or somewhere else. Do you want to go and delete them too? If you say okay, see, now it is asking, what it is asking? Okay to QSave drive, because you know what it will do. This particular project has 4 sheets. It will go and search all the 4 sheets. It is not necessary we have used the child contact only in this sheet. We can use it even in the other sheets. So if you save this, it will just to search the database whether the child component has been used somewhere else or not. So always do this updation. Fine. Now this is what edit. Now if I want to move the component little bit here and there, how can we do this? See, this is Qt and you can move the component. If I type AE move, AutoCAD Electrical move, see, it will ask you to select the component to move. You can move like this. Don't use symbol move command. Now what happens if I move this thing? I am unable to select all these together. I can select one. See, it comes like this. That line has broken, that linking line. But still if you see the properties, this is CB1. Here also you can see CB1. Here also you can CB1. But this thing you have noted, this 12 and 13, it was not there earlier. It is showing the cross reference. The 2 child of this particular component has been used in line number 12 and 13. If you see this 2 here, see this comes in 12 and here is the 13. Here is this 13 and this is 12. This is what the cross referencing. So this comes automatically. So if you want to move multiple pole components like this, what you can do is, I'm just undoing this. By Control Z, I am just undoing this. Okay. If I want to move this, what I will use is scoot. I will use scoot command. So now you see what happened. I am moving it little bit here. See, it is asking for scoot linked components. Okay, now you see. Here again, if you scoot this thing, it don't have any dash or link line in between. But in this case is different. Here, if I use this, if you press no, what will happen? See, it will be like this. The link line will be there, but the remaining two poles will remain there only. It won't get changed. So if you want to move such components, scoot, okay. And in fact, if we want to move this whole circuit, this whole line up down, I can move it in this way. Never use stretch command, never use move command. Always use scoot, or even if you want to move it through command line, AE move, AutoCAD electrical move. This will ask you to select the component. This way you can move. This is what scoot stands for. And align, you can even align the components in single line. Okay, let me draw one more bus, go horizontal. What I will do is I will insert few push button. See, the last items again appear. We have inserted only 2. Finally we have inserted 3-port circuit breaker. That is coming first here. Now what I am going to do is I am going to insert a push button here, PB4, because already we have used 3 push button in this sheet. Okay, repeat. Now I am going to put it here. That has become PB5. Okay, PB6, which I will keep it here. Now you see the positioning is not matching, not aligned. One is here, one is here, one is here. In this case, what we can do is we can align. Select component to align with. See the command line. Select component to align with. I selected this and select objects this and this. See, it is aligned now. So you can align the components too. I mean, this will make your drawing more beautiful or readable. And if you put one button here in circuit, one here, technically nothing wrong, but being a good designer, always try to make the drawing tidy so that it will be easy to read the drawings. The drawing represents your capability, your creativity. So always trying to maintain some standards. Like even here, if I make a drawing, what I will do is I will try to align these also. All the switch gears I will try to put it in one line. If I am using multiple relays, I will put the relays in one line. Let us try to put a relay now. Relays. This thing, in fact, you see these schematic symbols, JSC schematic symbols. There are multiple libraries in your, must be there in your AutoCAD. So you can choose the library. I mentioned you in the beginning. If you see the project properties, here schematic libraries and schematic icon. So you see AutoCAD electrical JSC menu. That is here. And here also if you see the top one, JSC 125 library. So what I am getting here is JSC symbols. If you want IEC, you have to change there in the project setup. Then you will get the IEC type symbols. Fine. Now I am going to insert a relay. Relays and contacts. It is here. Relays. Now relay coil. I will insert one relay here, that is CR1. In fact, this tagging CR1, this tagging you can change. So we will touch in that portion in the coming sessions. You can very well, if you want to put a prefix to this tag, like some standards say that if it is sheet number 6, all the tags will be with 6 as the prefix. You can very well do that. That option is there. Okay, that if you go to that option here, you can do some setting and that can be done. Now I am not going to do that. CR1, let me put start. I'm not going to pick up any catalog, just going to put a relay. In fact, if you want to extract the bill of material from the drawing, these fields are necessary, catalog numbers and all, it's very necessary. So if you are planning to extract the bill of material and more details from drawing, then you should fill up these datas. Otherwise it is not necessary. Okay, start. I have inserted one relay. This one, let us say stop. Okay, repeat. Here I will put one called inch. Inch is a function. Okay, now you see some NONC comes here. NONC you can see here. Now these relays, in fact, while you making a drawing, what you should do is, again you should try to align these. Try to bring them in one line like this. And if you feel the distance is not sufficient, use scoot. Bring it up, bring it down, in this way. And if you want to move these attributes here and there, again move attribute. Here there are many options here regarding attributes. You try to do this. I mean, it is unnecessary. If I don't want to waste your time by going each and everything. These are very simple things. Hide attributes, multiple. If you want to hide like this, you can select different, many components at a time. And if you press description 1, see here in the first case the description is stopped. In this case the description is inch. If I choose the description 1, those goes off. Okay, so like this you will get many options here. Hide multiple, hide attribute, single pick. You go and pick individually. In this way, even this also you can hide. This is individual. So these are simple things. You can very much read from what is written here. Stretch attribute, excuse attribute, rename attribute. Those are the things. Okay, move attribute. How can I move? Like this. If you want to move this, I can move. I want to keep it close to this. It's done. And now I will connect all this through a wire in this way. Okay, now if I try to edit this component, this is a component tag. Okay, this is basically a parent component. Text option here also you will get the details. Okay, if you double click this, you will get a option attribute editor. Here you can see the block name of this particular block you can find here. Text option, if you want to change the text style, you can change it from here. Properties, and if you want to change the width factor, height of the text, everything you can change from here. Now what I will do is, I am going to insert a coil here. I want to insert, contact. I want to insert one NO contact of this particular relay CR1 I want to insert here. Okay, insert it here, and I want to use CR1. So what I will do is I will click parent and go and select this one. See, this has become CR1. The description also copied here. Okay, now you see the cross referencing 16 because it is showing its parent, that is the coil is used in line number 16. 16 is here. If you see, the coil falls in line number 16. Here you see the NO is used in 18, that is here line number 18, this one, line number 18. Now it's coming just like 16, 18 symbol numbers. In fact, we can change the format of this cross referencing also. We can select the sheet number, column number, and if your X and Y axis are in different inverse like A B C D here 1 2 3 in X axis, you can change the cross referencing accordingly. So those options are always there, so you can do. We will go through those portions in the coming sessions. Okay, now I have used one NO contact here, but no, I mean this is not a, again this is not a circuit. I'm just putting some symbols here and here. Okay, now if I want this NO, I have put NC here, NO here, and in fact I want to convert it into NC. One way is I have to delete this component and I can insert, go to icon menu, I can use a NC contact. And the another beautiful option which is available in AutoCAD Electrical is you can change the component, this one itself. See this toggle switch converting NO to NC. If you click this, now this is open, normally open. If I click this, what will happen? This has become NC now, and the same time they go here. Now earlier the description, the cross reference was against NO, now that has changed to NC. That is the beauty of AutoCAD Electrical. And let us try this one. This is now open, now this has become NC. Very beautiful, really beautiful. This is this toggle switch stands for. And coming back to here there are many options: swap connector pins, rotate connector, stretch connector, reverse connector. There are many options. Okay, if I try to, I will show one small example here. I want to, sometimes you know this like this, by keeping the snap mode on, you may not be able to properly select this component. So in that case what you should do is, time being you switch off this and select. Okay, now I am putting just putting 1 and 2 just as a pin numbers here, like here. So maybe after some time I realized no, this should be in the reverse order. 2 should come first, 1 should go second. So what I will do, the swap connector pins. I'm unable to select this. Sorry, let us try. This is not working in this case. Let us try first insert a this thing connector first. Insert connector. Go like this 1 2 3 4. Insert. I'm going to, oh, this is huge. Insert a connector. Spacing 1. Pin count 4. I'm going to insert this connector here. This is a connector which I can connect wires into this like this one by one, or what I can do, I can use this option, component option. This way also I can connect. Now in this, let us try to use this swap connection pins. See, now you see here, note here, 3 is top, 4 bottom. 3 is top, 4 is bottom. Now you see 4 is on the top, 3 is on the bottom. This way you can swap the connection pins. Okay, this is one option. Reverse connector, what will happen? See, now the total connector has been reversed. In this way you can reverse the connector. Stretch connector. You select this. Now you see it has been stretched. If you want to make it big, you can make it big. Same way here, but it is not advisable to do on these components. You should never do that. For connectors you can apply these functions. Okay, only for connectors. Rotate connector, split connector, manual, split point. Okay, so the connector is splitted now. Okay, so these are the options for connectors. Delete connector pins, move connector pins, all these options are there. So you can utilize these. In this way you can move the connector pins. Very simple this. And component cross reference. Component cross reference, what is this? Is actually sometimes when you insert a, I am putting a coil contact here which is of CR2. I am not putting any cross reference, I just inserted. Now there is no cross reference. Okay, and later stage I am editing this to CR2. Now the cross reference is there. Fine. What I am going to do is I am going to the previous sheet or some other sheet. This is a different type block. In this sheet what I am going to do, I will again insert a contact here. I will give the same number tag CR2. If you don't remember, if you want to pick from the drawing, go to drawing. Here you will find, but in this case we are not unable to find because in this drawing we don't have a coil. We have nothing to pick from. So in this case what you should do, go to project. Here you will see in sheet number 6 you have already used this many relays. Do you want to pick CR1? If you want, you can pick that. That description also comes here. Now you see sheet number 6, 16. You have, right now we are in sheet number 7. It is saying the parent you can find in sheet number 6, line number 16. Line number 16 is here. This is CR1. See, you have used one NO at sheet number 7, 13, and here it is only symbol 18 because it is in the same sheet. Again we can change the format as per your wish. You can change. Sometimes what happens is this cross referencing does not come automatically. So in that case what you have to do is you have to do the component cross referencing. If you want to do it the whole project wide, select all the drawings, do all. Okay, so it will take few seconds. So it will give you a report also where it is something wrong or where are the components used, all the details. I am not going to details, close. So this way you can do the cross referencing. Okay, and hide and hide cross referencing. If you want to hide some cross referencing, you can hide. You can very well hide those cross referencing and rename at, sorry, we are here, cross referencing check, multiple child location description update, copy, component override. These are all part of this. So don't worry, you will learn these things automatically. Basically what I'm trying to tell you in this session is just inserting the main functionality of components. That's all. Okay. Now we have inserted components, we have edited component, we know how to delete, we know putting cross-referencing, component cross-referencing, we have learned that too. Now just for your this thing, if I want to insert a coil in this sheet, okay, this is sheet number 6. I will go to option, I will type percentage yes, okay, percentage yes for sheet name, and here you see percentage F and N. You can see here F stands for family, the N for numbering. Okay, now I am putting percentage F, percentage N. I have added percentage S to percentage F and N as a prefix. S is for my sheet number. Now okay, now you see this is coming as 6CR1 because my current sheet number is 6. Okay, if I do repeat, next will be 6CR2. Earlier it was coming as simple CR1 because there was no yes, percentage yes. Okay, so this way you can customize your component tagging. In fact, while starting your project itself, there is an option components here putting that percentage yes. If you add that here, right now by default it is percentage F and percentage N only. If I am putting a percentage yes here, sheet number, okay, now if I insert, it will not. If I go to sheet number, next sheet, let us say go to next sheet 7. If I try to insert here, it is CR4 only. Why? Because I have changed the property in this project file, but these were carrying some other, these drawings are carrying some other property because we have made this even before changing these properties. Now if I do apply project defaults to this, and then if I try, let us see what will happen. Now you see it is coming as 7CR1. Same way, if you go back to some other sheet and now you insert, now it is coming as CR4 only, because earlier these 3 components, what we have done is we have changed those property temporarily by going options. That is not the default value of this particular drawing. In order to make that default value, go to property, apply project values. Now that project properties are applied to this sheet also. Now if you insert, it will come with a 6 as prefix. Okay, this is how you can insert the components. And now going back to one more thing I would like to put in your attention, that is NONC setup. This thing is very useful. Actually what happens is when you use a contactor or relay, okay, you use, for example, I inserted this relay, okay, CR4, I have inserted this relay and I want to use few contacts of this particular relay, some 6R4 parent. I am selecting this, okay, repeat, I am using another one here, okay, repeat. Now sorry, in fact I have to select this same tag parent, this should be same, okay, and I will put one more here, parent is this, okay. Now you see I have used 3 NO contacts of this particular relay. Maybe while ordering you may order for 2 NO contacts. So 3 NO contacts are not available for the relay which you have already ordered for manufacturing purpose. but it is not necessary while designing a circuit you will keep in mind that, oh yeah, we have ordered for 2 relay. You may sometimes skip, that won't come into your memory. We have ordered only just 2 NO contacts. So in order to avoid that, while inserting a relay, what you can do is you can set up the contacts numbers here, maximum NO count, how much. So now let us say I am putting 2, okay, NO contact. Same way NC contact, auxiliary contacts, everything is there. Okay, 6CR1 I am going to put. I will put it here, plain. 6CR2. Okay. If I check this, there are only 2 contacts. Now what I will do is I will insert one contact here, NO contact, parent is this. Okay, okay, repeat. I'm going to put one more. Parent is this thing. Now I'm going to put the third one. Now you see. Now it is giving a warning. You have selected only 2 maximum NO contacts. So it is very useful, because in fact if you want to ignore, you can ignore, and if you don't want that to happen, you can cancel and you can go and edit your relay contacts here, or you have to put another relay. So in this way you can eliminate the errors. And another very beautiful function, I will put one parent, sorry, I'll put one contact here. I will choose project. I will use, say, let us say CR1 contact I am going to use here. CR1 I have used here. Now let us move to the sheet number 6. Here you have an option called surf. Surf is there. It will take you to one drawing to another. If you go here, surfer. Okay, if I select this CR1, see, you will get a chart like this showing where the contacts are used. One NC is used sheet number 6, line number 18. One NO is used sheet number 7, 13. In this way you will get the details. If you want to go and check where it is used, just select it, go to. Now we are in sheet number 6, but one NO contact is used in sheet number 7. I want to go and see where it is used. Just select it, go to. It will take you to that particular sheet. Now we are in sheet number 7. We are here. And if you want to delete this, you can delete. If you want to edit this, you can edit. If you want to zoom in, you can zoom in like this. Zoom out, you can zoom out like this. Pan, you can pan like this. And again, if you want to go back here, go to that particular CR1 coil. We have this piece for parent. Coil is here. The rest contacts are as child. In this way you can move from here one T sheet to another, and from there to return back, delete, edit, all these options. All these options are here. This is another beauty of AutoCAD Electrical. From one sheet you can cross check many sheets. You don't have to go and open those particular sheets individually. From here you are navigate to other sheets. You can delete those components, you can edit those components, you can come back to the same sheet. So this is, the overall picture of components. And of course this is not over. There are many that we will cover in the coming sessions. Thank you. Bye bye.